Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Give me just a second. I think I forgot to, do something here. I forgot to. Here we go. Hello there. I am your Demon King of Heretics, Ahriman le Méchant. And today we're going to be playing Please Be Happy again. It's been a time since since we did Please Be Happy. 2 collabs. I think I got a commission the other day since the other Please Be Happy stream. So it has been actually kind of a while since then. Hello there, E-Taggart. Welcome to the stream. As I've said, I am Ahriman le Méchant, the Demon King of Heretics. Ahriman le Méchant de aru. Danjaku mao Ahriman le Méchant. Irashaimase. Ja.
Oh yeah, that's what happened.
そうだよ。そうだよ。Yeah. ちょっと待ってな。ちょっと待ってな。そう。できた。俺、どこ？ちょっと。ちょっと待ってね。Ah, a little bit louder? Will do, thank you. Okay, let me just get... Oh, I already had that. YouTube Studio. There we go. How's that? Maybe... That's about as loud as I can get with this microphone, so I'll just turn the audio down a little bit for the game. Is that better? Oh, is that why? No, wait, that's not right. Oh, here we go. Nope, it's still not right. There we go. Well, that window's useless. It's a little bit garbled. I'm sorry about that. This is my condenser's in a little bit of a inconvenient spot right now. So I'm just using my headset for now. Oh well. Maybe I could just turn just turn off the filters. There we go. Maybe that's better, maybe not. But let me just turn this down a tad. There we go. That should be good. Alright. Well, let's get started. Let's see. What did we do last time? I remember I saved this because it was a decision. Ah, yes, I think we met another Gumiho, and then we're planning out Aspen's birthday party. We also turned down her offer for a movie, I believe, to spend time with Juliet. So let's get right back into it. All right. Have fun. I hope I can be a little bit of a good background thing. And there's also no events. You might as well hang out in... Let's see what's in the garden. I'd intended to take a walk through the botanical garden, but my usual route is being blocked by a small wedding ceremony. Oh? Interesting. I didn't know a place like this would rent out space for weddings, but I guess it makes sense. Lots of good scenery for wedding photos. Well, let me do something real quick. Let's multitask, shall we? Weddings, huh? If I got married here, what would be the best flower to kiss the bride in front of? Maybe, like, one that smells really good, so that I'm making a pleasant face if anyone takes a photo. Not that I think any of that will ever happen, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to imagine. Oh, okay. Well, that was a nice short event. Let's go to Cuba Street. I wonder what's there. Cuba Street isn't too busy at the moment, so every noise seems to travel further. The sound of a shopkeeper sweeping, the jingle of wind chimes, the tiny footsteps of children chasing each other. As I sit by a fountain and watch people pass me, a pair of voices floats to the top of my attention, and I can't help but overhear their conversation. Right, my daughter went to school there, and I always thought it was so... So what, lady? Like every summer, right? Exactly, haha. They laugh almost too loudly at each other, the way people always seem to do when they're talking to someone they're not really familiar with. I bet they're on a date or something, like this is their first date or something. Why is that? If something isn't funny, then just don't laugh at it. I don't see the point. She has the right idea, honestly. I listen to the two bounce more pointless banter off of each other, laughing phonily all the while. I'm so glad I don't have to be part of their conversation. Thank you for mercifully letting me not be part of that conversation, Miho. Oh, and we have a... Oh, that's a big event there. Oh boy. Give me just a second. I need to do something real quick. There we go. Just put that back on the charger. All right. Now let's start this. Come on, you can do it, game. Come on. Oh wait, we're going to Aspen's house. Oh, I need to take note of that. That's where Aspen's house is. Later in the evening, Aspen sends a message to Juliet to let her know that she's ready for us to come over, and the two of us walk down to the address she gave us. Juliet leads the way, of course, since I don't know many of the streets by name. We eventually arrive at an unremarkable-looking apartment building, just a few stories tall and without many decorations out front.
This is the place. I believe she's on the ground floor.
Not too far away, one of the doors swings open, and Aspen pokes her head out to wave us over.
Miho, Juliet, over here.
Hello, Aspen. Hello, Aspen.
Aspen!
Oh, there's my girl. She holds the door open with one hand while pushing something away with her feet. Oh.
No! Stay back, you two.
She's holding us back like wild animals. I freeze halfway to where she is.
What's wrong? I said, no, not you, Miho.
Oh.
Talking to the cats.
That's cute. Aspen gestures for us to come inside while keeping an eye on the floor. Juliet and I hurry in, and Aspen shuts the door behind us.
Well, ta-da!
Or something. Take a little bit of more pride in your space, Aspen. Just be ta-da!
Whoa!
Right? The entire place is just one room, except for a small bathroom. Right across from the door is a tiny kitchen area, with a fridge, stove, and a microwave. That is pretty cozy. What are those? She has a little tanuki. A suitcase. What else is there? Lots of books. Everything else is basically a bedroom. There's a dresser, a small desk with a computer, and Aspen's bed itself. Some luggage and boxes are scattered around, which I'm guessing were part of Aspen's cleanup.
I hope that was the good kind of whoa. It's lovely, Aspen. I adore the fairy lights and plants. make it feel very welcoming. Thank you for having us.
It's a nice room. It's a nice room.
Yeah, thanks. It was a good well, don't worry.
Yeah, it's a good well. Whoa. I didn't really have any expectations, but I'm still kind of surprised by how small it is. I figured she'd be exaggerating that part at least a little bit. The decorations make it feel fitting for Aspen, though. 2 pairs of green eyes peek at us from around the corner, and both cats go dashing under the bed as we step further in.
Sorry there's not more space to sit down. You can see why I don't have company over very often.
So that's why we meet at the library.
You can sit on the bed if you'd like. Or the computer chair. Oh, it's fine. I'm okay on the floor.
It does remind me of a college dorm, though. I had a friend that I'd visit a lot, and they'd have me sit on the bed or on the floor. I'd usually just end up lying on the floor, like not even sitting, just lying there. It was fun. I had great times in university while I was there, and they had to be part of that, honestly. I take a seat with my back against the dresser, while Juliet sits down on the bed as invited. Aspen ends up taking the sole chair for herself. Almost as soon as I sit down, I spring back up, remembering the occasion.
Oh yeah! Happy birthday!
Oh yeah, today's September 21st, isn't it? That's her birthday. So today's September 21st. Congratulations, we finally know what day it is. September 21st, 2021. That's today.
Yes. Happy birthday, Aspen. Here's to another wonderful year.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Aspen.
Thank you. This year has been pretty good, I must say.
Narrowing my eyes, I inspect Aspen, who notices and frowns at me.
Can I help you?
What? I'm sorry.
You don't look any older.
Miho, wrinkles don't just spontaneously appear on people's faces. Plus, you can't say that to a birthday lady, especially when she's the same age as me. Noodle. Are those noodles? I think those are noodles. Oh!
Glad to hear that. It doesn't just happen
No.
overnight on your birthday, though. Not that you would be aware of that, I suppose.
Oh, you know what? Let me turn the light on. There we go. Oh, those are birthday cakes. Thank you for the wishes, E. Taggart.
Anyway, enough about that. Are you too hungry? We've already done everything there is to do here, I believe.
Yes, we are.
Now you understand why I never have people over.
It's cozy, Aspen. Take more pride in your room. It's cozy.
It's fine. I don't mind just sitting around. But yeah, I'm always ready to eat.
Atta girl.
Have you decided where you want to go? I think so. There's a seafood restaurant that isn't too far away that I enjoy, but don't go to very often. Does that work for both of you?
I mean, I'm not that big of a seafood guy, but okay, I'll take it.
I'm okay with anything. I just like food.
Miho. I adore how unpicky you are, Miho.
Indeed. It's your birthday, so we'll have whatever you want.
How kind, Juliet.
All right. Let's get going then.
The restaurant is a bit of a walk from Aspen's apartment, but it's a nice day, so I don't mind. We end up at a pier not too far from the museum I visited. It's not a very big place, but It's not a very big place, but it's bigger than the Bell House. Half of it jets out over the ocean itself. We get seated right away at a long table with metal stools.
It sure smells fishy.
Don't say it like that, Miho.
It's supposed to. That means it's fresh.
Good save. Our waiter brings 3 menus, setting one in front of each of us, and promises to come take our order soon. Aspen and Julian both pick up their menus and start to flip through, so I do the same.
Let me know if you need help reading anything, Miho. Thanks.
Aw, how support. Thank you, Juliet. Also, Miho, you're getting real good at reading. Fortunately, there are plenty of pictures. The Bell House could learn a thing or two from here. I'm even able to read some of the words, like fish and corn, but there are others that I don't recognize at all.
What do you usually get here, Aspen? Well, they're most well known for their crab, although it's very messy. And expensive, so I've never had it.
Well, I know what we're having. Waiter! Waiter, crab!
I usually get the clam chowder or fish and chips if I want to hate myself later.
It's called self-love, Aspen. Self-care, you may say.
Oh. What's chowder?
It's a soup. I don't actually know what separates chowders from soups, although I assume it's because of the creaminess. Maybe that's a bisque. I'm not sure.
It's like a thick soup.
Close enough.
Oh. Isn't it hard to eat clams? I've tried before, but I couldn't get past the shells.
Oh, yeah, no. Miho's not an otter. She can't really use rocks, can she?
They do that for you. No shells involved.
The wonders of modern technology, right?
Whoa, that's nice of them.
You're so pure, Miho. You're so pure. Please stay that way, Miho.
I'm sure they'd be glad to hear that. Is there something you usually order when you go out to eat?
Aspen, we haven't paid for a single meal in our lives until we got hired at the library.
Oh, I've never been to a restaurant before. Unless you count the Bell House.
Well, that too.
Well, not as a paying customer, at least.
Yeah, that's more like it.
But I know how they work because I've seen them on TV.
You know what my takeaway from this is? She might have seen Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares. I wonder if Miho might have liked Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares. I imagine she'd get scared at the angry guy and turn it off, though. Oh well.
I hope you enjoy your first time then. I will.
Both of you, feel free to order whatever you'd like. Don't worry about the price.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah. You're rich. Okay, waiter. Waiter. 3 orders of crabs, please. Thank you.
Don't worry, I wasn't.
A nearby door swings open, and for a second I can see into the kitchen as another waiter comes out, carrying a big bucket. A number of spiny claws and legs poke out of it.
Wait. Is that...
It is. They take the bucket to another table and set it down, along with a big pile of napkins.
the crab? Yes.
I watch intently, curious to see how these people are going to get past the shells.
You shouldn't stare, you know.
Shh. Aspen, she's learning. I ignore her. I have to know. They grab some utensils that I've never seen before and use those to crack the shells. I watch, fascinated while they do so. Turning back to Aspen and Juliet, I've made up my mind. Yeah, waiter!
I want that.
Yeah! Yeah, get some crab! Get some crab! Get some crab, Miho! Clams were too hard, but I used to love eating crab. It's been a long time since I've had it, though. The same here.
Try at least once.
Oh, that's right. Aspen, get some crab in you, okay? Everything's gonna be fine when you have some crab in your belly, okay?
Sounds like it's settled then.
Thank you, Juliet. I was a blink away from calling her mommy, honestly. Thank you, mommy. Our waiter shows back up, a few glasses of water in hand, and Juliet orders for all of us. The waiter takes the menus back, saying our food should be out before too long. I sip my water and look around, enjoying the new experience.
Have you ever been here before, Juliet?
I haven't. As I'm sure you know, I don't go out to eat very often. I've been to similar restaurants before, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you are a cook, so I don't imagine you have much reason to go out to eat.
You went to the Bell House back when it first opened, didn't you? I seem to recall you telling me that once.
How long ago was that?
I did, yes. I can still remember what I had. A chai latte with a blueberry scone.
That does sound good. That also sounds fairly modern, so...
Were you working there yet? Oh no, it was a few years. Regina, my
Yep.
boss, wants
Oops.
to expand. There's going to be a second location opening in a couple months.
Yo, Pog! For a Bell House second location? Pog, dude.
She asked me if I would consider being store manager.
Oh, Aspen, that'll kill you. Like, straight up, that'll kill you.
Oh, congratulations! That's quite the honor.
Juliet, this poor lady's gonna die.
You'd get to run the whole place?
I mean, yeah, she will, but... Miho.
I would still be working for her, but otherwise, yes. I haven't decided if I want to do it or not, though.
I mean, you do get more money for... I mean, since you probably want a bigger place, you'd probably get more money, but... I don't think it's worth... I don't think it's worth it, honestly.
It would be a lot more work and responsibility, obviously. It would take up much more of my time, too.
That's an understatement.
I'm not sure if I want to put myself through that.
Don't. If you're not, like, dead set on it, don't.
That's understandable. I do think you'd be well suited for it, though.
Yeah, you already do a lot at the other Bell House.
That's a good point.
Thanks. Yes, it is tempting.
But you'd probably have to give up writing.
I told her I'll think about it and give her an answer by the end of next month.
Huh?
The building it'll be in is already a coffee shop, so it won't take too long to convert. It all depends on some other things, really.
I see. And what other things are those?
Like what?
Same headspace.
For one,
Uh-huh.
I'd been thinking about keeping this a secret until I hear back, but I finally finished a draft of my manuscript.
Yo, dude!
I sent it off to a few publishers to see what they think.
Okay, wow!
Congratulations, Aspen. That's a stunning achievement.
Yeah! What are you gonna do with all your free time now? Thank you. That's a good question. I'm sure I'll spend plenty of it worrying. Other than that, I will need to find some new ways to fill my day.
Spend it with Miho in the library.
If all goes well, then I won't have time to help out at the new store.
Hmm?
I'm getting rather ahead of myself, though. It's only been a little over a week since I submitted it.
Oh, right, because you have to continuously write it. Okay.
Oh. I hope it works out for you.
Yeah, same here.
Me too.
We sit and talk about the usual stuff for maybe 15 or 20 minutes before our waiter comes out of the kitchen, carrying a giant bucket like the one we saw earlier. Aspen and I both gasp in awe as they place it on the table before us with a flourish, giving us a stack of napkins and tools that look like the other group.
Well, let's not just stare. Dig in.
Always the pragmatist, Aspen. Thank you.
I don't even know where to start.
Start by cracking one open and eating it. Duh. I grab one of the pieces closest to me. It's hot. So hot I drop it on my plate. Aspen does the same thing with a yelp of pain. Oh, these two truly are newbies to crab. Also, my model seems to be lagging just a tiny bit. Which one's this? Remove that. Remove that. Keep that. Alright, I think we're good. Hopefully that helps. Juliet, on the other hand, seems totally unbothered as she calmly claims a portion for herself. Leaning in close, I blow on my food to try to cool it down. While I do, I watch Juliet to observe how she does it. She smiles when she notices me watching, and turns her hand to give me a better view as she uses the tool to crack the shell and get to the meat. Aspen seems to know what she's doing too, once it's cool enough for her to handle. No, I just need to give it a try. I try to mimic what I saw Juliet do, and after a moment of squeezing really hard, it finally works.
That was a lot easier than trying to use my own claws.
Yeah, probably. I imagine you'd probably eat a bunch of shells too. It's still really laggy. Hold on. Probably because of that. How do I turn this off? That has to be good enough.
I should hope so.
Yeah, no, I don't think Miho wants to be eating crab shell either. I pile it onto my fork and take a big bite, finally getting to enjoy my prize. I feel my eyes go wide with how good it is.
Enjoying it?
I bet we are.
Yeah.
God, I think it's been a couple years since I've actually had crab. Like, probably last time I had any sort of buffet was any sort of stateside buffet was probably back in 2019. So it's been a fair while since I've had like actual crab and stuff. I should probably get some soon. Maybe. Just maybe. I quickly finished the piece I was eating and then rushed to grab another one. It's a lot easier to crack now that I know what I'm doing. For a while, the only sounds coming from our table are those of us enjoying our food and the occasional sip of water. When our waiter comes by to give us our refills, they look a little shocked at how much we've already gone through. When the bucket is finally empty, I sadly toss the shell of my last piece into the waste bag. Juliet seems to pick up on it.
Are you still hungry, Miho?
Yes.
Hungry? No. Do I want to eat more? Yes. That was delicious.
And that's a mood right there. Juliet glances at Aspen, who shrugs.
I could eat more.
You could, probably. You should. Have more. Next time the waiter passes by, Juliet flags them down with a smile.
Could we get a second order of this, please?
Juliet, you beautiful, beautiful lady. Thank you. It feels like it may as well be my birthday instead of Aspen's. By the time we get through the second bucket, even I can't eat anymore, and we leave the restaurant in a bit of a daze. Wait, it's Friday.
I don't know if I've ever been this full in my life.
Okay, wait, what day is that? Friday. Is that really the 21st? Or was it the 21st or the 18th? Or the 17th? Oh no, I have the wrong year, don't I? Oh no.
Me too. I think I'm set on crab for a long time now. Thanks for dinner though, Juliet.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Juliet. We like crab. We like crab. Thank you.
Of course. It was my pleasure. I hope you've had a nice birthday.
I hope you had a nice birthday too, Aspen.
I certainly have. Now, if I can make it back home, I'll call it a success. I feel like I've put on several kilos just from that meal.
That sure is a unit of measurement. Silly American here, I don't know what kilos are.
Would you like me to call you a taxi?
Ooh, taxi. I think we're good, aren't we?
No, it's fine. Walking some of this off will be good for me.
Oh.
I have to pack and get ready for tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. She was visiting her parents.
I suppose Miho and I will head home as well then. Does that sound okay, Miho?
Sure.
Yeah, let's just walk slow.
Still, I managed a weak wave.
Bye, Aspen. Happy birthday again.
Yeah, happy birthday, Aspen. I hope you have fun with your parents.
Thank you again. Good night to you both. I'll see you two tomorrow.
Aspen trudges off, but Juliet somehow seems unfazed.
Shall we be off?
Yes, we shall. Taking a deep breath, I steel myself for the long walk home.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, nap time? Or story time? Nap or story time, nap or story time. Ah, here we are. Yes, the afternoon of Aspen's departure. She's unusually quiet. Although she shows up to breakfast like normal, she barely says a word throughout the whole meal, other than things like yes please and no thanks. From the way she keeps checking her phone and messing with her face and clothes, I can tell that something must be on her mind. I figure she's just antsy about her trip, so I don't bring it up or try to talk to her. Instead, Juliet and I mostly chat until we're done eating and the dishes are cleaned up. The moment we're finished, Aspen perks up a little bit.
Miho, are you ready to go to the bus station?
Hmm?
Yeah. This way, you have as much time as possible to get back.
Wait, how does that work?
Precisely. Thank you. Of course.
Before departing, Juliet approaches Aspen and gives her a hug. From the outside, I realize that hugs look kind of weird. People have come up with the strangest ways to show they care about each other.
Safe travels, Aspen. Let us know when you get there.
Will do. I won't have reception while traveling, but I'll send a message as soon as I'm home. How long is your trip?
Can't be that long.
It was by car, only a couple hours. It'll be closer to 4 by bus, though. I'll take an early one on the way back tomorrow just to be safe.
Huh. Well, that's a long bus. Are there no trains? I guess there's no trains. Oh well. I guess bus rides are fun too.
Ample reading time, it sounds like.
Oh, yes.
She drums her fingers on a book tucked into her bag. Come on, forward.
Patricia and I have a lot of catching up to do.
Ah, book. Although she's still fidgety, it seems like Aspen's remembered how to speak. After spending an unusually long amount of time adjusting her skirt and hair, she finally faces me brightly.
Well, shall we be off, Miho? Yep.
Goodbye, Aspen. Good night, Miho.
Good night, Juliet.
Bye. Later.
Aspen holds the front door open for me as we exit the library.
Where exactly is the bus station? Not too far from my apartment. We'll pass it by on the way there.
I see.
Should we stop by and say hi to the cats? I'm sure they'd love to see me.
Miho, the last time you were there, they hid under the bed.
They're going to be angry enough at me for leaving for a day. I'm not sure I want to traumatize them right before I go.
Aspen has the right idea.
Oh, dang it. Have you known many?
Whoopsie. She said, "Dang it, I've never gotten along with cats." Have you known many?
Only a few. Some of the strays have some really good stories to tell.
You can talk to the strays? You can talk to cats? You can talk to animals? The two of us walk along in silence for a little bit before Aspen pokes me on the shoulder. I've gotten more used to physical contact like that, but it still surprises me every time.
What's it like talking to an animal anyway? How do you do it? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It was just something that I knew how to do, like making a den.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, honestly. I'm still surprised that you can talk to like other species of animals.
A lot of the time, you can just feel what they need without saying it. I don't know how to put it.
I think I get it, but at the same time I might not.
No, that makes sense. There are some things that you just can't put into words, as much as you'd like to.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Exactly. I have the problem a lot. I'll bet you don't, though.
That's your confidence in her is quite sweet, Miho.
You'd lose that bet quite handily. Why? I'd say I struggle to put things into words more than anything. Really? How? I thought you loved writing. I do, usually, but it's not that simple. Sometimes you just can't use any old words. You have to use the right ones. And often that means going through lots and lots of the wrong ones until you find them. I think it's easier the way animals do it.
Yeah, probably.
It certainly sounds like it. I often wonder if I could talk to Percy and Byron, what they would have to say.
Oh,
Maybe they just complain about me not feeding them enough or something. Do you want me to ask them?
well, that'd be fun.
It's tempting, but no thanks. As long as I don't know for a fact that they're saying rude things, I can convince myself that they're not. Rather like that other cat in the box. Cats like being in boxes, so they probably wouldn't be complaining.
Yeah.
Not quite what I meant, but I'll take it.
What did you mean? For a bit, Aspen hums quietly to herself while we walk. I don't know if she knows that I can hear her. Even though she's being more chatty, there's still something that seems a little off about Aspen. I can't quite place my finger on what it is, though. At one point, she checks her phone and starts to walk a bit quicker.
Are you looking forward to going home?
Definitely, yep. Woo, 100%. Yep, no, she's totally looking forward to going home, Miho. Yep. If she has to think about it, that kind of answers my question.
I am, yes. But like I said, I prefer to only do so for a day or two at a time. Because of your parents? A little. They're not really that bad, though. Mum's a worrywart and Dad isn't, so Mum feels like she needs to worry enough for both of them.
Oh?
It's not too bad over the phone, but when I'm there, Mum always tries to convince me to stay and move back.
Huh.
So I tell them they should move out here instead. And Mum goes into why they can't, and it's just tiresome.
No, I get it, I get it.
Sounds like she cares about you a lot. She does. And I love her too, don't get me wrong. It's more the town than them. Or rather, the lack thereof.
Oh, well?
What do you mean? They live in the middle of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
Mum loves it out in the countryside and says she can't live without her backyard view and half a kilometre from the nearest neighbours.
Oh, that actually sounds quite pleasant.
I, on the other hand, can't live without bookstores and coffee shops and high-speed internet.
No, actually, that sounds better. Never mind.
So that's why you moved to Wellington? That's why I moved to Wellington. It seemed like a necessity to make it as an author.
Huh. I kind of thought that area was famed for its bad internet, but that's just me, maybe. I tried to put together the things she's been telling me into one big picture.
Can you only find the right words here?
You can find them anywhere, honestly.
Exactly. At least, that's what I thought before I came. Turns out that moving to a new city won't magically make you a better writer. Or even a writer at all. Back when I was in school, I used to daydream about what life in the big city must be like. Busy and important things happening during the day, and then nights full of excitement and sparkling wonder.
Are you having the Paris experience?
Instead, it's the Bell House, and a tiny apartment the size of my living room back home.
It's the Paris experience. There you go. See, when we went to Japan, there was this thing they talked about called the something Paris. Paris something something. Basically, like, people were like, "Wow, Paris! It's such a beautiful city. Wow, the food is so nice. The views are so beautiful." And then you get to Paris, and it's like, "Oh, it's just a city. Oh, look at that big tower over there. It's just a city." And people get sort of depressed, and it's kind of a culture shock to them. I imagine it's the same sort of thing as this.
I thought if I put myself in this new environment, then I'd grow into the type of person who belonged there. I learned the hard way that places don't change who we are.
Uh-huh.
Still, better to be struggling to make it in the city than doing nothing out in the boonies, I tell myself.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
I think it sounds pretty nice. Peace and quiet, nothing to have to worry about. Ugh, not you too. That's exactly what my mum says.
You know, I wonder if nobody's let Miho use the internet yet. I hope nobody's let Miho use the internet yet. I don't want her to be tainted by the internet. Please don't let her discover 4chan, okay? Okay, guys, don't introduce Miho to 4chan.
Trust me, it sounds better hearing about it than living it. Just like Wellington. Or any city, I'd imagine. I'm sure even Wellington must seem like a bore compared to some of the places you've been to, like Shanghai or Seoul.
Oh, she was in Shanghai? I'm pretty sure they were pretty old, like when she was there last.
Well, yeah. I still like it though. Those cities are too big for me. They're noisy and loud and smell bad, and anything can be dangerous. You have to be on your guard all the time.
When was the last time you were in Shanghai or Seoul? Just curious, Miho.
It's not like that here. The scariest thing I've seen was a movie. That's true. I'm glad. I'm glad you liked it enough to stay.
I think she likes you guys more than the place. Just saying.
Me too.
We're well into the city, pretty far past Cuba Street and the Bell House. Now that I've been there once, I also recognize Tapapa, the museum, when we pass by it. By now, there isn't much I don't recognize. I've been all over this part of Wellington enough that I could probably get here to Mount Victoria with my eyes closed. I memorized other cities the same way when I lived there, but for the most part, once I left, I forgot all about them. I'm not sure I'd ever be able to forget the streets of Wellington, though, even if I wanted to. Instead of humming, Aspens started fidgeting again as we walked, messing with her phone and purse and hat and glasses. I recognized the shops and apartment buildings from the walk to Aspen's house, so we can't be very far from the station.
Are you nervous? Me? No. No. Why would I be?
Why would you be nervous, honestly? It's just a bus ride. Or is that sheltered Ahriman coming out again?
Do I seem nervous?
A tad.
Yeah. Is it because of the bus? You don't have to worry about that. I've ridden on them lots of times and they only broke down like once.
Huh.
No, it's not that.
What?
I mean, no, I'm not nervous.
Aspen, you let the cat out of the bag.
Okay.
Oh, nice people reading there, Miho. Good job. I've never seen Aspen more nervous, but I still don't push it. I can hear and smell the bus station before I see it. And then it comes into view. There are 2 or 3 buses parked or passing through. I wonder if one of them is Aspen's. We stop across the street, and she checks her phone again, then puts it away.
You're not late, are you? Oh, I could have walked faster. No, we're right on time. It'll be here any minute now.
I'm not nervous. Yeah, no, she's totally not nervous. No. Aspen, nervous? What is that writing? What's that writing? Bus. What's on the bus? Plus sign. C underscore for fancy you, me, plus. I don't know what that is. Can't read that. Probably not important.
Cool. I'll wait with you till it arrives.
Good, Miho. Good, Miho. I start to cross the road, but stop when I notice Aspen isn't following. Instead, she's still standing on the sidewalk, gripping the strap on her bag tightly.
Aspen?
I trot back to her, looking around to see if I'm missing something, but there's nothing other than a couple people waiting far away at the station.
Are you alright?
She blinks a couple of times and then takes a deep, deep breath before facing me.
Miho, I have to tell you something.
Uh-huh. The effect of her words is immediate. Thud. Thud. Like a spell, my heart starts to race. Whatever she's going to say must be why she was acting so weird all afternoon. Is it something bad? Is she not going to come home back after all? She is so pretty, you're right. Also, welcome, Len. Hope you're having a good day. She's so pretty, right, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah? I barely managed to croak out an answer. I can't handle more heartbreak so soon.
It's something that I've been thinking about telling you for a long time.
Uh-huh.
But it was one of those things where I wasn't sure how. Or when. Because I didn't know how you'd take it.
Uh-huh. What could it even be? We just saw Juliet, so it can't be anything to do with her. Lena? Lena! Lena mentioned! Lena mentioned! Guys, Lena mentioned!
But then, after we all talked the other night, I realized that I should just say it anyway. Because no matter what, I know I would regret it more later if I didn't.
Uh-huh.
Who knows how many more chances I might get? So I thought about it. A lot. What the right words were. And I just couldn't figure it out.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't prepare. I'm just saying this, somehow, and hoping. God, I'm actually saying this, aren't I?
Uh-huh. Her grip on her hat shifts, clutching it so tightly her knuckles are turning white. I feel frozen in place, not sure what to do or say. What's going on here? I'm confused. I'm panicking. What's going on? All I can do is stare, my heart feeling like it's going to explode out of my chest while she looks down at the ground. Whispering something to herself, she wrings her hat in her hands before finally looking back at me. Uh-huh.
Miho,
Uh-huh.
I used to think that there was no way someone like you could exist.
Uh-huh.
Someone who looks at the world like you do.
What's going on?
Thinks about
What's
what
going
you
on
see,
here?
the good and the bad.
Uh-huh.
And at the same time, someone who doesn't realize just how much she has to offer. Just how much you make people happy. But here you are.
Uh-huh.
Maybe meeting you used up all my luck for the rest of my life. But here you are. And I love you. And I just couldn't keep not telling you that. In case maybe you love me too.
Ayo? Wait a minute. Is this a confession? Are we getting confessed to? What's going on here? I was preparing for her to leave. What's going on?
I couldn't keep just hoping and wondering and not knowing. And now that I've said it, it feels so good to have out there.
Okay.
I love you, Miho. I love you.
Wow, you've been holding that in. Woo. Okay. Wow. Whoa. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. And here I thought we were on the Juliet route. Okay. Oh wow. Oh, yes, as you can tell, I am probably very taken off. I am off guard right now. Yeah. No. Whoa. Woo.
At first, I wasn't sure because everything seemed too perfect and unreal. I thought that I was just letting myself get carried away like I always do. A silly little daydream, but it's true. It makes me feel silly how much already, when I think of how utterly stupid it always sounded to me when reading about love at first sight. But how could it be anything else? I don't believe in coincidence, Miho. My life was changed the moment I saw you. I just didn't know it yet. Now I do. Now we both do. I love you, Miho. It's out there, and I can't take it back.
Oh wow, this is sudden. Okay. Oh, Aspen. Oh, Aspen. Oh, Aspen. Her words drift away into the air as we look at each other in silence. My head is TV static, buzzing with nothing to show. Not because it's empty, because there's just too much for me to process. Aspen. In love. With me? Wind whips past my face as a bus rolls by, pulling into the station. I barely notice it, barely able to notice anything. Aspen is in love with me? I don't know what to say. You and me both! You and me both, girl! But Aspen raises a finger to her lips.
Don't tell me. I said it now before I leave for a reason. Because I thought you might say that. Tomorrow. Whatever it is you feel, I'll hear it then.
You can't just do that! I look at her face for some guide on how to respond, but she just gives me a smile. A weak, fragile smile. Left dumbfounded, I nod. Aspen is in love with me? Returning her hat to her head, Aspen sighs like she just finished a hard day's work.
Well, that's it. All I have to say, I suppose. As if that wasn't one of the most important things I've ever said in my life. That's my bus. So, I'll see you tomorrow, Miho. And no matter what, it's okay. If we just carry on being friends like normal, I'm fine with that. More than fine. I'm just glad that I took the chance to tell you.
For how nervous she was a few minutes ago, she does seem a lot calmer now. I may as well be a statue as Aspen starts to walk past me, but then she pauses.
May I give you a goodbye hug?
That much I can respond to, at least.
Yeah.
We wrap our arms around each other. That weird human custom. Everything may have just changed, but she's still the same Aspen she was when we left the library. I try to listen for what she might be saying without words as she squeezes me tight. Finally, she steps away with a smile. It might be the most genuine one I've seen on her face.
Bye, Miho. Bye.
I make my way back to the library like a zombie, my feet moving without really thinking about it. Aspen's words keep replaying over and over in my head. I get them, but I can't make sense of them. There's not a sound to be heard from the empty aisles when I enter. Juliet having finished tidying up in the hour or so that's passed since I left. After a quick glance around, I head towards the stairs. When I head up to the second floor, I spot a sliver of light from underneath Juliet's bedroom door. I knock and it opens just a moment later. Juliet greets me with a calm smile at first, but the corners of her mouth falter as she looks at my face. I don't quite know what expression I'm making right now. I don't know what I'm even feeling to begin with.
Miho? Did something happen?
You bet the fuck it did!
Aspen said she's in love with me.
Yeah, as she said. Yeah, no, she confessed to us, like, just a couple hours ago.
Oh, I see.
Are you confused too, Juliet? I am. Welcome to the club. Juliet's not the type to be shocked easily. Oh, hey!
Give me just a moment.
No, go back. Go back. Juliet's not the type to be shocked easily. That's why I wanted to see her for advice. But she's even less surprised than I thought she would be.
Give me just a moment, and I'll meet you in my study.
Uh-huh. I nod and head over there, opening the door. As I walk into the darkness, I'm met by several pairs of eyes. Just as startled as I am, several bats begin to flap their wings and noisily take flight, chittering overhead before most of them leave out the open window. The biggest one watches me for a bit longer before departing as well. By the time Juliet enters the study and turns on her lamp, it's just me and her.
Sorry I scared off all your bats.
It's fine. Don't worry. I'll be back before too long.
We settle down into the same seats as last time, with Juliet behind her desk and me across from it.
So, Aspen.
Yeah. Aspen.
Yep, Aspen. I wonder what Aspen's thinking right now. Is her head as much of a mess as mine? Probably, knowing her.
We had just gotten to the bus station when she stopped and said it. She said she waited until just before she left, so she didn't have to hear my feelings until tomorrow, when she gets home.
I don't know. I don't know how to take that. Like I get giving somebody time to think about how to respond to something, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not too experienced in that sort of thing, so I have honestly no reference or even no, I have no reference as to what to think about that.
And what are your feelings?
You think we know?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't ever thought about love or someone being in love with me. I don't even really know what it means. I know the word, but how does it feel? How would I know? The other day, you talked about how much you loved Cosette, and how you didn't know much about love before then. This is a different love from that, right?
I should hope so. But yeah, no, that's a different sort of love, Miho. She thinks to herself for a while, carefully considering her answer. I'm glad she does. At least one of us can stand back and think this over properly.
Yes and no. Of course, the bond between a parent and their child is different than that of two partners, but it comes from the same part of the heart, the part that you give away to somebody else. Love is when you care about another person so much that the feeling becomes bigger than you.
Uh-huh.
When your life is more full and joyful for the presence of that person in it.
Uh-huh.
I could throw out any number of cliches, but they'd be meaningless. What love means and how it feels are different for every person. To speak from my own experiences, love is like a flower. It starts as something tiny, but as it's nurtured and cared for, it grows. It reaches toward the sunlight and towards something better, and blooms into something beautiful. Not all flowers grow at the same rate, and not all flowers look the same. But wouldn't you agree that that's the joy of flowers, Miho?
See, I've heard the flower analogy before, but I hadn't heard that second part. That makes sense, actually. I look up from the floor towards Juliet, who's watching me warmly.
I like flowers, but I've never grown one before.
Maybe you should. It's a good experience. Not that I can really speak. I have a brown thumb the mile long. Actually, I did try to grow an aloe plant once, but you know, I'm a genius. I tried growing it during the winter and it died.
The same can be said for everyone at some point. But as long as you're willing to give it the time and patience that it deserves, even the tiniest seed can become something wonderful.
Juliet must see the confusion on my face because she touches my hand gently.
You should take some time to yourself, Miho. We can talk about it later tonight, if you're ready. If you needed even more time, I'm sure Aspen would understand.
Yeah. I need to think about it. And sorry for waking you up. Or keeping you up. Whichever.
Isn't it like the time she usually wakes up?
It's no trouble at all. I'm glad that you felt comfortable coming to me about this.
It was the first thing I did. Thanks, by the way. You helped me out a lot.
Of course. It's my pleasure. It's what friends are for.
Juliet returns to bed, and I go back to my room as well. Wait, isn't it? No, it's nighttime. Isn't it like her morning? How does Juliet's sleep schedule work? I'm confused. Juliet returns to bed, and I go back to my room as well. I sit down on the floor, which is where I've done a lot of my best thinking lately. I lean against my bed and turn on the TV. There sure are a lot of shows and movies about love, aren't there? It's difficult to imagine that concept applying to me. I do know that I care about Aspen a lot. I like being around her. I like talking to her. I look forward to seeing her when she's not there. We're friends, but could we be more than that? I spend a few hours stewing in my thoughts and not coming to any conclusion. Love feels like something that couldn't and shouldn't apply to me, and yet here I am. Hours pass as I consider the issue from every different angle. I end up with more questions than answers. Is it something I want? Is it something I could even do? What I choose to say to Aspen doesn't just affect me, but it affects her too. No matter what, both of our lives are about to change. And no matter what, I have to make a decision. I'm sure that I'll have some doubts either way, but I can't just ignore or run away from this. So after turning it over and over in my mind, I finally make a choice. Slowly, I stand up and head downstairs. My legs feel like jelly as they carry me towards another huge moment. My hands shake, but I hold on tightly to the banister as I head down to the kitchen, where Juliet's making tea. There's a second mug set on the table, full of steaming hot chocolate.
Right on time, like always. I was just about to call for you.
I heard you get up a little while ago. I was still doing some thinking, though.
I see. So, I take it that means you've made up your mind about Aspen, then?
Yeah. It wasn't easy, but I have.
Yep.
Matters of the heart are rarely easy. Shall we sit?
Yeah.
We take our usual seats, the third one conspicuously empty. I take a big gulp of my hot chocolate while Juliet takes a small sip of tea. Wiping my mouth with the back of my hand, I lean back in my chair, take a deep breath, and nod.
I've decided.
Yep, I have too. And that's for next time. Yep, nope, we are saving right here. And we are making the decision the next time we do. Please be happy. Things have gotten a lot. Things have sped up quite considerably. So, oh wow, I'm looking forward to next time and seeing what happens. Who knows? I might throw a curveball. I might do a 2-hour stream next time for this. Who knows? Anyways, I think I'm going to end it here. Thank you all so much for coming. This has been one of my calmest streams for a while, considering last actual solo stream I had was the karaoke, and well, the stream after that was the collab with Elise, which you should go check out, by the way. She's really cool, and I had a lot of fun with that collab if you haven't seen it yet. So yeah, this has been your Demon King of Heretics, Ahriman le Méchant, and I bid you a good day, a good night, good afternoon, good food, good sleep, and I hope to see you next time, okay? I'll probably be streaming tomorrow, maybe. I'll definitely be streaming, Fallout next time. Just for a change of pace, you know? Because we'll go from blessed to absolutely murderously insane, okay? So thank you all for coming again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye now. Very well. I had 4 people